Act 2. Christine and Nora decided to attend a costume function the next day. So Nora had some work with the dress. She needs some repairing. So Christine arrives to help Nora, to help her. And this time Torvald arrives to home from the bank, and Nora requests him to reinstate Krogstad and tells him that there is a chance that Krogstad will publish any libelous articles about Torvald and may ruin his career. She is not relieving what she has done, and the threat and the real threat from Krogstad. Torvald ignores her fears and explains that Krogstad is a good worker and he seems to have turned his life around, but he must be fired because he is too familiar around Torvald in front of other bank personnel. Torvald then goes to his study room. Dr. Rang, the family friend, arrives there. Nora asks him for a favor, but Rang responds by revealing that he has entered the terminal stage or the final stage of his disease, and he now wants to expose everything, that he has always been secretly in love with her. Nora tries to deny the first revelation and she is disturbed by his declaration of love. She didn't expect this from that person. She then clumsily attempts to tell him that she is not in love with him, but only love him as a friend. So next, Krogstad also arrives at the house, and Nora convinces Dr. Rang to go into Torvald's study room so that he will not see Krogstad. So when Krogstad meets Nora, he declares that he no longer cares about the remaining balance of Nora's loan, but that he will instead preserve the associated bond to blackmail Torvald into not only keeping him employed but also promoting him. Now he also needs promotion. Then Nora tells that she had tried her best to persuade her husband, but he keeps on refusing to take him back. He's not ready to change his mind. Now Krogstad informs Nora that he has written a letter detailing, explaining every thing she has done, the crime, forging her father's signature on the bond and put it in Torvald's mailbox, which is locked. And Nora tells Christine of her difficult situation. She gives her Krogstad's card with his address and asks her to try to convince him to relent. So Torvald enters and tries to retrieve his mail, but Nora distracts him. She begs him to help her with the dance. She just wants to change his mind. So she tells that she has been rehearsing for the costume party. And she dances so badly and acts so childishly that Torvald agrees to spend the whole evening with her, giving classes on how to dance. So when the others go to dinner, Nora stays behind for a few minutes and she thinks of killing herself. Now there ends Act 2. And Act 3. Christine tells Krogstad that she only married her husband because She had no other means to support her sick mother and young siblings, and that she had returned to offer him her love again. Now her husband is dead. She believes that she would not have stooped to unethical behavior if she had not devastated by her abandonment and been in dire financial straits. Now she is in really need of money or support. Krogstad changes his mind and offers to take back his letters from Torvald. However, Christine decides that Torvald should know the truth for the sake of his and Nora's marriage. After Torvald literally drags Nora home from the party, Rank follows him. They chat for a while with Dr. Rank, conveying obliquely to Nora that this is a final goodbye. He will not come back. He's sure about it, as she has determined that his death is near. Dr. Rank leaves and Torvald retrieves his letters. As he reads them, Nora prepares to run away. She assures, or she really thinks that now things are going in a bad situation. Now, Torvald confronts her with Krogstad's letter. Enraged, he declares that he is now completely in Krogstad's power. He must yield to Krogstad's demands and keep quiet about the whole affair. Now there is no point. Somehow he has to take him back. So she calls her a dishonest and immoral woman and telling her that she is unfit to raise their children. She is not a rightful mother. He says that from now onwards their marriage will be only something, as a legal commitment for others, for showing others. Now the maid enters, delivers a letter to Nora. The letter is from Krogstad. Yet Torvald demands to read the letter and takes it from Nora. Torvald exults that he is saved, as Krogstad has returned the incriminating bond, and Torvald burns the Krogstad's letters. He takes back his harsh words to his wife and tells that he forgave her. Nora realizes that her husband is not the strong and gallant man she thought he was, saying different things, just like an opportunist. He's not a truthful man. One day he appears to be nice, the other day he changes. So he truly loves himself more than he does Nora. He only cares about his career, his life. Now, Torvald explains that when a man has forgiven his wife, it makes him love her all the more, since it reminds him that she is totally dependent on him, like a child. Now, Torvald sees her wife only as a child. He preserves his peace of mind by thinking of the incident as just a mistake happened to his wife because of her foolishness, which is one of a feminine trait. Women will appear foolish sometime. So that's the thought of Torvald. Nora tells Torvald that she is leaving him, and she expresses her sense of betrayal and disillusionment. She says she has never loved her and they have become strangers now because she feels betrayed by his response to the scandal involving Krogstad. And now she decides that she must, find her own path. She says that she has been treated like a doll to play with her whole life, first by her father and then by him. So Torvald insists that she fulfill her duty. She should fulfill her duty as a wife and as a mother. And Nora says that she has duties to herself. She has to show justification or show justice to herself. And all this time she sacrificed herself, her reputation for others. And she also, at one point, she had also planned to kill herself. And now she realizes that Torvald is not at all a kind man that she believed. And their marriage was just, based on some mutual, fantasies or misunderstandings. Now Nora leaves her keys and wedding ring. Torvald breaks down and begins to cry for what was happened. Nora leaves the room. Torvald, for 1 second, still has a sense of hope. He thinks that she will come back and exclaims to himself, the most wonderful thing of all. Just before the door downstairs is heard closing. So that's one ending. And there is an alternative ending is there. And in that ending, Nora is led to her children after having argued with Torvald. And seeing children, she collapses. She changes her mind. And decides to stay at the house itself, as a doll. So Ibsen later called the ending a disgrace to the original play and referred to it as a barbaric outrage. So there ends the play, A Doll's House. Now we will discuss some questions relating to this play. First question, to which country Torvald need to travel for his health? Italy. Second question, how many children do Torvald and Nora have? 3. Third question, whose signature did Nora forge? Her father's. Fourth question, with whom is Dr. Rank secretly in love? Nora. Fifth question, during what holiday is the play set? Christmas. Next question, what kind of party do the Helmers attend? A costume party. Okay, that's all. Hope you have enjoyed the explanation of the play and also the questions. Module 7, Basic Grammar, Prepositions. Today we will learn prepositions of time. First of all, at 8 p.m., at midnight, at 6:30. So these all show the time. Then we also use at holiday periods, at Christmas, at Easter, at night, at the weekend, at lunchtime, at dinner time, at breakfast time. Next, on Monday, on my birthday, on Christmas Day. On is also used when we combine these days plus morning, afternoon, evening, night, etc. For example, on Tuesday morning. And also during the dates. On the 20th of June. Next, in. Years, in 1992, in 2006. Months, in December, in June. Decades, in the 60s, in the 1790s. Centuries, in the 19th century. Seasons, in winter, in summer, in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. In some cases we don't use in some cases of time we even don't use prepositions like next week, year, month, etc. Last night, last year, etc. This morning, this month, every day, every night, every years, today, tomorrow, yesterday. So in these cases we don't use prepositions. So in the next class we will learn about prepositions of place. Thank you.